Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and this is Beth's Bookish Reviews, and I am here today on this 25th day of October to bring you a whip and chat where I am going to talk about my wonderful reading of Jane Eyre. I finished it earlier today and I just want to talk to you. And I'm working on, I have a fly in here and he's really bothering me. I'm working on the Relaxing on the Farm by Pinson, and I am right in here of the house. You can't even see that. Okay, I'm right in here finishing up the house. I'm almost done. I have 2 squares left after this. Okay, so it has 64 colors. It is round. The drills are round. It is 29 inches by 22 inches or 74 centimeters by 56 centimeters. I should already have this done, but alas, I do not. So, let me update you on my husband first. I had to take off yesterday. Half a day. It was like spur of the moment. He felt like he had something sticking out of his chest. I know that Granny will want to know, so I wanted to post that on here. So we went to his surgeon's office. Oh, I'm using these 2 pens. This one is purple. I got it from, I don't know if that was from Amazon. Oh, I don't think it was. I think it was from, yeah, it was from Amazon, because these are screw-in ends. But this tip is from DAC. And then this I got from Amazon too, but this is just a regular end and regular end. This is a 4-placer. This is a 6-placer. And I just alternate. If I have a lot to multi-place, then I use the 6-placer. If I don't have, then I use the 4-placer. Okay, and I'm using this DAC tray, the purple one, because we all know Beth loves purple. All right, and I'm using these bottles in these stackable trays. Get out of here, fly. Right now I'm going to do this half of a square with a dot. It is number 3772. All right. I didn't need all of them spread out. I am dumping all of them out to get my fabric sheets out because I'm ending this painting real soon. And I'm just going to single place. So I'm working in this little corner right here. So they took a CT scan and then sent him home. They will call him, I'm guessing Monday, with what they need. He probably will not be happy with me that I just aired that over who will be, and no telling who will be hearing that, but oh well. I know there are people that are praying for him on this channel, and so, and that definitely needs prayer. Okay, finish that one up. Whoops, just lost a drill. I'm gonna do, I have one E here, so we'll just get that out and just get it out of the little jar. I'm gonna pull this fabric sheet out. Oh, and look at there. The drill came out with it. We're just going to flip it over, drop it in there. Okay, we'll do the bold plus signs. It is DMC number 779. It is a dark brown. I don't know if you can see that or not. And we're just going to single place because there's just one per thing. All right. To Jane Eyre. I started Jane Eyre. Oh, let me see. On the 2nd of September. And I was trying to just physically read it. But since I'm getting really serious about my DIY literature degree, I really wanted to get it finished. So I was on page 200 and I decided I was almost halfway finished. So I would just read along while Audible read to me. So Jane Eyre is my very favorite book. I love Charlotte Bronte, and I've only read one book by her. I do have Villette. I have The Professor. I do not yet have Shirley. I have not read any of them. So how can I say that I love Charlotte Bronte? I don't know. I just do. I'm going to go ahead and do the ones. I guess I say I love Charlotte Bronte because I love Jane Eyre. I mean, Jane Eyre has been special to me since I was a teenager. And why is Jane Eyre special to me? I was going through a really difficult time in high school, and reading was an escape. So I had a lot of books that came into my life at that time that I could just escape. And I don't remember a lot of them. I do remember reading Cujo by Stephen King because my sister recommended it. I remember reading parts of Wuthering Heights. I know I read it all because I had to do a paper on it in 12th grade. I can also remember That Said paper the teacher kept. And it thrilled my little heart that she kept it. I absolutely loved my English teacher in 12th grade. She was also my 10th grade English teacher because I was in advanced classes. And even though some of the students in there probably, well, I know they thought I was the dumbest one in the class. But they weren't dealing with the things I was dealing with. I was definitely the poorest in that class. They were all very well off. I was dealing with a dad who was terminally ill. He was dying. I was not popular. I was overweight. I have been overweight all my life. And when I took my ACT, which they wanted us to take our ACTs in the 10th grade, I was laughed at by the two smartest boys in class. Now, not right off, you know, they didn't like, but I knew that they were thinking it, you know, because my score wasn't near as high as theirs. But I had also had words with my dad that morning, because he didn't think I should go. I'm gonna do the G's next. He thought it was a waste of time, and he always made everything miserable for us. And now I love my dad, don't get me wrong, but he made life extremely difficult. And I was not in the right frame of mind to take a test like that. So when I read Jane Eyre, I saw something of myself in her. My wicked aunt, stepmother, which would have been her step aunt, was my dad to me. I'm going to use the other one. Now, he did the best he could. He did what he thought was right. But to us, it felt like he was beating us down, which in essence, that's what he did. I think I need more. I'm going to take this out of here. But he also didn't think that Mom should have to take me over there and come and get me. But he hadn't had to pay for the test. My classmates, two of my classmates, the wonderful classmates they were, paid for my test. G is number 945. Anyway, I fell in love with Jane Eyre and Mr. Rochester during that time. I was a voracious reader. I would borrow books from my grandmother, who read Harlequins, which now I know are not books that I need to read. But I just needed to escape for however long I could. I know I wasn't an easy child. I know I'm not an easy adult sometimes. Okay, so let's talk about Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is about an orphan who is being raised by her aunt. It is her mother's brother's wife that is raising her and seems to hate her. And her cousins do not care for her either. And there is abuse in here, and I would say neglect. So if that's a trigger for you, you might want to read up on it. But there is great love in this book as well. There's friendship. There's character growth. There's strength. Jane has such strength in this book. I don't want to give too much away, you know. Jane is sent to a boarding school. That is not a spoiler. You learn that very quick. And it is called Lowood School. And she meets a friend there. I had the pluses out and missed 6. It is the first time when she meets this young girl that she experiences friendship. It doesn't matter how many times I read this book, there's always something to cry about. Sometimes it's something new. Sometimes it's the same thing. Let me see. Let's see if I can read you something. Okay. All right. This is early on in the book. As yet, I had spoken to no one, nor did anybody seem to take notice of me. I stood lonely enough, but to that feeling of isolation I was accustomed. It did not oppress me much. I leant against a pillar of the veranda, drew my gray mantle close about me, and, trying to forget the cold which nipped me without and the unsatisfied hunger which gnawed me within, delivered myself up to the employment of watching and thinking. I don't think she enjoyed being lonely, even though she was accustomed to it. I'm seeing if there's another one there. I put little notes in here this time. Okay, here's one. Now I have performed the part of a good host, pursued Mr. Rochester, putting my guests into the way of amusing each other. I ought to be at liberty to attend to my own pleasure. Miss Eyre, draw your chair still a little farther forward. You are yet too far back. I cannot see you without disturbing my position in this comfortable chair, which I have no mind to do. She does not get along with Miss Reed, her aunt. And she's accused of so many things. And so she's having a conversation with her when she finds out she's going to go to Lowood. And she says, into herself, she says, "Speak, I had been trodden on severely, and must turn. But how? What strength had I to dart retaliation at my antagonist? I gathered my energies and launched them in this blunt sentence." So she's talking to Miss Reed now. "I am not deceitful. If I were, I should say I loved you. But I declare I do not love you. I dislike you the worst of anybody in the world except John Reed. And this book about the liar, you may give it to your girl, Georgiana, for it is she who tells lies, and not I." Mrs. Reed's hand still lay on her work inactive. Her eye of ice continued to dwell freezingly on mine. "What more have you to say?" she asked. That eye of hers, that voice stirred every antipathy I had. Shaking from head to foot, thrilled with ungovernable excitement, I continued, "I am glad you are no relation of mine. I will never call you aunt again, as long as I live. I will never come to see you when I am grown up, and if anyone asks me how I liked you and how you treated me, I will say the very thought of you makes me sick, and that you treated me with miserable cruelty." How dare you affirm that, Jane Eyre? How dare I, Miss Reed? How dare I? Because it is the truth. You think I have no feelings, and that I can do without one bit of love or kindness. But I cannot live so, and you have no pity. I shall remember how you thrust me back, roughly and violently thrust me back, into the Red Room, and locked me up there to my dying day, though I was in agony, though I cried out while suffocating with distress, have mercy, Aunt Reed. And that punishment you made me suffer because your wicked boy struck me, knocked me down for nothing. I will tell anybody who asks me questions this exact tale. People think you are a good woman. People think you a good woman, but you are bad, hard-hearted. You are deceitful. So, I mean, it is such a good book. And yes, it's over 500 pages long. The copy I have, which is the Penguin Classics, it is 521 pages. But it is so good. And like I said, if you have Audible, you can get a copy free. Okay, I'm working on V's. Speaking of V, now I'm talking about the Crafting with V. I missed her live today, and I felt bad. I had a headache this morning and couldn't get up. I can watch the playback, but it's not as fun. This fly is really getting on my nerves. So, on to a different topic. So, let's talk about school. My school, like my teaching. I love my kids. They're doing really good for the most part. I've had to be out so much this year with James having his surgery. and then I've had to take him back and forth to the doctor. Oh, V was 738. So now we're gonna do the bent over arrows. If I can get this fly to leave me alone. It is color number 400. And it is a light brown. Okay, we're gonna use this one because it's 5 across. I've been working so hard to get this done. I've started watching a new YouTuber. Her name is Ruby Granger. She's not new. She's just new to me. She's been on YouTube for a while. But she has such cozy videos. And I just enjoy her so much. So what are y'all working on? I didn't even go through the whole spiel about what a WIP and chat is, because I'm figuring if you clicked onto this video, you already know what a WIP and chat is. But if you don't, a WIP and chat is a work in progress, and you can use this as a podcast and work in your house, like as cleaning, or you can work on something that you are working on, like a diamond painting, or crochet, or knit, or paint, or color. And chat is just where I catch you up on what I am doing, what I have been doing. So I haven't done a WIP and chat in a while. So I'm going to start my DIY literature degree. Well, I have already started it. I read my poetry and I just finished that. And my next book is this one. I guess I should turn it this way. The Mysteries of Udolpho. And it says, her present life appeared like the dream of a distempered imagination, or like one of those frightful fictions in which the wild genius of the poets sometimes delighted. Reflection brought only regret, and anticipation terror. Such is the state of mind of Anne Radcliffe's orphaned heroine, Emily St. Aubert, who finds herself imprisoned in her evil guardian Count Montoni's gloomy medieval fortress in the remote Apennines. Terror is the order of the day inside the walls of Udolpho, as Emily struggles against Montoni's rapacious schemes and the threat of her own psychological disintegration. I'm going to start it tonight. So, I also have some unboxings coming up. I have my I've pre-filmed my 26 books I want to read. I want to make sure I read in 2026. I know it's early, but I've scheduled it for around the middle of November to come out. That went up this evening. Not that it, not for you to see it, but anyway, I have an unboxing that will probably come out. I think I'm going to put it out, have it come out Wednesday morning, since this will probably go up in the morning. So, anyway, so I have a little student teacher. They have started having the high schoolers. They are taking courses. We have a teacher that has gotten his doctorate, and he is teaching a course where they can get college credit, and some of the kids want to be teachers when they get out, so they've started getting them ready for that. And one of them is in my first period, and my first period doesn't like to talk. They don't like to read, and they don't like to answer. They can read. They're really smart, but they don't want to be vocal. So he taught a class Friday, and he realized just how hard it was. I had to speak up and tell them they better start answering him. So, I mean, because he was being graded. And nothing will discourage you more than to not have somebody answer your questions and you're just met with silence. I get so frustrated with that class. I didn't even tell you what number this was. This was the wavy lines, and it was number 300. Okay, we're going to do the K's next. I gotta go give my baby his shot. Well, he's not actually my baby. My baby doesn't get shots. It's James's baby. I need 4. All right. let's see, that's 5 across. I also have 2 dreamers that I just got in. Oh, that's only 4. Okay, then we're going to do it this way. Now we'll do 2 and put 1 on the other end. Dip, dip. How'd y'all like that sound effect? All right. Oh, and K was 948. Look, I'm going to try to get this square done while y'all are on here with me. All right, let's do the T's. It is color number 3776. Y'all want some sound effects again? Dip. 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 So the only thing I will be doing is making a thumbnail for this one. I won't be editing it. I'm just going to throw it up there. So I've been really happy with my DIY literature degree that ChatGPT has given me. I love responding to the journal entries. It's been so much fun. We're going to do the Q's. Color number 743. It's a yellow. I should have gotten done with this while it was chuck along. Let's do the S's, and we'll break back out the pluses after the S's. The S's are color number 402. Something like a tan. Okay. Almost done, almost done. I will probably do these 2 squares up here together, because one is not really a whole square. It's only like this much. Okay, and let's do the pluses that I missed. Then I'm going to focus all my energy on turkey for Thanksgiving. I need to get to work on my she shed too, because I've stopped everything. This was color number 779, and the triangle facing the play button actually is what it reminds me of, if you ever had a cassette player. Okay, a lot of these are 4s, and we got 1 3. So this is color number 3371. We'll do 3, zip, zip. So I've had a really nice time chatting with you all. I hope we can do it again soon. I know sometimes it gets quiet on this end. but sometimes I run out of things to say. And we're done. We're done. No, we're done with that square. The house is complete. Oh, I left two. Hold on. Okay, I got to get the triangle and the triangle. Up here. This is color number 413. But I appreciate you coming by to visit me. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you did while you watch this WIP and chat. Let me know if you've been reading anything. And let me know how you've been doing. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, just hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.